I believe we have Representative Elaine Price. She's coming off the floor after a sweeping victory for her side of the house there. I mean, it was fantastic. Elaine, how are you? You and Representative Young presented that bill fantastic today. How does it feel to see all those green lights up there?
It was amazing. I was pretty confident that we were going to have a good yes contingency, but you never know the surprises that are coming down here. So I am super, super happy that it was unanimous.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I expected some debate. I mean, the biggest question that a lot of people had that do like this idea was what do they do with the data? You know, when they collect the data to verify. So I will give the representative credit for asking that question and kind of making that a concern there. But I think you guys handled it well. I think it's we know anything that is on the internet usually stays forever, but at this point in time, if you're worried about your data being out there, you've got a lot more problems than just this bill. So congratulations on this. Yeah. What, like you said, it was kind of a surprise. So where do we go forward? Because I mean, there's not really much to debate about on the House side. How do you feel this bill does on the Senate side?
Oh, I think as overwhelmingly as it passed on this side, I think that the only thing that may hold this bill up on the Senate side would be politics. So to have the backing of both parties on the House side should show the Senate that it's got a lot of support. So I think the only issues that it has on the Senate side is if there's horse trading going on. So, and there's, I guess, more politics that can be played if that comes into play as well. So,
yeah, good point. I mean, we see a lot of great bills pass with sometimes with overwhelming numbers, maybe not unanimous, but with overwhelming numbers in the high 50s and 60s at times that end up not even getting a committee hearing in the Senate side. Yeah. That's happened a lot. So, I mean, I can't imagine that this doesn't get a committee hearing at the very least, but then again, which committee and who's in charge? And like you said, if there's horse trading going on, can you explain to the people, you don't have to use any examples really, but can you explain what you mean by horse trading when it comes to a bill like this?
Well, if there's somebody's bill that they're trying to make sure it gets across the line, then they go to certain chairmen and say, you know, will you hold my bill in committee until my bill gets across? Or will you know, okay, so if I vote for your bill, then you'll hold this bill in committee. There's just so many variations of that can happen to any bill. And a lot of times you don't even know that stuff is going on.
Right. So you're saying, so even as a sponsor, you could hear that you other representatives or senators could be dealing with your bill to get something else done, and you don't even know that it's going on.
Correct.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And there is a competing bill out there right now that came through on the Senate side, and that's trying to hold the device accountable for what is put out on the internet. And it was just revealed to me that this is very dangerous territory, because if we hold the device manufacturer responsible for what somebody puts on the internet, why can't we then run into 2A issues where the manufacturer is held responsible for something a person does? And I don't want to open that door at all. So
yeah, that's a very good point. I think we covered some of that with Senator Ben Taves yesterday about this issue, because you're exactly right. If we start holding device manufacturers and manufacturers of things that people use to commit crimes or anything, then yeah, you open up a whole ball of wax. So tell me about working with Representative Young on this bill, and I know Senator Taves is going to be carrying it on the Senate side. How is it working with folks on an issue like this that obviously, now that, you know, in hindsight it had unanimous support, but going in on this, what was your strategy? What were you trying to convey here about how important this bill is?
Well, Representative Young brings a lot of bills forward that deal with children and deal with protecting children. And so we felt it was important to bring her in on this, to bring her group into supporting the bill as well. So, and she is an experienced legislator. So having her experience helping me in the hearing process, helping me on the floor was just a very calming measure in this whole process. So,
yeah, she's a true statesman. She does a fabulous job with her debates, her arguments, and the way she presents and the way she reacts to people. Sometimes people can come at her pretty hostile, but she has a good reaction.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
We've been trying to get her. We've been trying to schedule her on the show, but it seems like every day she's got a new bill that she's presenting. So I think once things die down, we'll have her on. Okay, well, Representative Price, you also had, and maybe this is the horse trading thing that was going on. We had you on before because you had presented a bill or a resolution, whatever you want to call it, about the Blaine Amendment,
Yes.
and that seems to have sort of disappeared as well, and that's not even, I mean, that would have something that would have gone to the voters. What we've had Kate Hartley on to talk about that. What's going on with the Blaine Amendment resolution?
And I don't want to say anything negative, but it's gotten caught up in the politics. So I was carrying it on the House side for Senator Lenny, and his decision was to wait until he felt it was proper for it to come out of the committee. So it's still in committee. They could pull it out at any time and vote on it. So I deferred to him. That was his decision, and I'll be ready when it gets to come out of the committee.
Well, I like hearing that. You know, they say you can hate the game, not the player. So if this is how it goes, then this is how it goes. This is the process. So understood.
Yep.
We have a segment we're starting called "Where's the Bill?" And so we just want to make sure that people know that we're paying attention and that they pay attention. So if we get enough concern over bills, you'll start hearing the phone calls roll in.
Absolutely, and I totally understand that, and I don't mind that at all.
Okay, good. Well, I knew you wouldn't. All right, Representative Price, thank you so much for carrying this bill, and I say good luck to you on the Senate side, and we'll have you back when that happens.
Thank you. Thank you so much for covering all this stuff. We appreciate you a lot.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Representative. Okay, Representative Elaine Price there.